Today is our nation's official day of remembrance. While there have been many casualties of war during the last century, a Baltimore man wants to make sure Maryland's men lost in Vietnam will be remembered not only by name, but by face. Teresa Bowen has the story.
A semicircle of loss, anchored on each end with the dates that began and ended our nation's longest and most unpopular war. Between the granite markers, 16 years, and 1,046 Maryland men killed in the Vietnam quagmire. Now one man has found a way to put a face with each name.
This project takes a lot of time and effort, but it's inconsequential compared to the sacrifice that were made by these young men and women.
In 1965, Jim Garrity was 19. It was the year the first combat troops were sent to Vietnam, the year he and his brother-in-law volunteered for the service. Only one of them made it home.
There, but for the grace of God, we could have been reverse roles. So it's a hard thing for me to talk about even today. But
25 years later, his brother-in-law's picture becomes Garrity's inspiration.
It wasn't actually the photograph, it was the reaction that my wife had to the photograph. It was the closure that I saw, the anger pretty much just drained out of her, and she was able to celebrate his life.
Out of that one photograph grew Operation Remember, the first effort of its kind in the country. The Baltimore chapter of the Vietnam Veterans Association is trying to collect a picture of every Maryland man killed in Vietnam. So far, they're more than halfway to their goal. Behind each name carved in stone, there's a story and a face.
Captain Graham gave his life in an action in the Marine Corps, and one of our chapter members here really owes his life to Captain Graham and the action that he performed on that day. When you look at a photograph, you conjure up an image. It becomes a person. It's a real flesh and blood human being. It's not a name on a wall, and forever.
They were our neighbors, our brothers, our husbands. And now their faces will live on, not only in memory, but in history. Teresa Bowen, Fox 45 Morning News.
Chapter 451 will donate the Operation Remember project to the State Archive.